what's up everybody? How's it going? This is Grant Wise with Modern Agent Mastery, and I'm here today because I want to teach you something that we like to call the cost of acquisition business model. Now, some of you may be brand new in business, you may have been in the business 3 or 5 years, you may have been in 10 years, and you're trying to figure out how to scale up, how maybe to build and scale marketing capital, how to even start. And I want you to use this business model as the foundation for how you grow your business over the next 12 months. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, please get them out right now because I want you to write. I want you to write down some information. One of the first things that you want to look at when you're trying to identify your numbers, what you're going to have to do, how much money you're going to have to spend. That's right. If you're working in paid traffic, you're going to spend money, obviously, to get new business. But I want to teach you how you can do that incredibly inexpensively and still make 6 figures this year. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to identify your income goal. How much money do you want to make from this moment for the next 12 months? That's very, very important. So is it $100,000? Is it $200,000? What's the number? For this example, I'm going to use the figure $120,000. Okay, so we know that our income goal is, whatever yours is, obviously, $120,000. Now what I need you to identify is your GCI, your gross commission income. This is how much money do you make per transaction. It's going to be different for every market, so please write down. Is it $3,000? Is it $5,000? Is it $10,000? What is your average commission check? And you can take the past 12 months, or you can just look at the average in the MLS. Just look up the stats. What's the average price point of the home sold? And use that figure. But you want to identify your GCI. For this example, we're going to use the number $4,000. We're going to assume that on average, every check that you get is going to be $4,000. Okay, so knowing that our income goal is $120,000, we want to divide that by $4,000. And that's going to give us a number. In this case, that's 30. 30 is the number of transactions that we need to have between now and 12 months from now. So if you look at it, it's really not that much. It's just a few transactions a month. Most of you are probably thinking like, oh my gosh, I got to go do so much business to make so much money. And the reality is that you don't. You only have to do a couple of transactions a month to achieve a large amount of goal. You only have to do a couple transactions a month to hit 6 figures in a year in this industry. So let's recap. We have our income goal. We've divided that by our gross commission income. And we've gotten the number of transactions that we are going to need to achieve said goal. Now what we need to understand is how to budget to achieve this goal. So you may or you may not have ever heard of the term the cost of acquisition. That is how much money you spend to acquire a client. For this example, let's use 100. I'm sure you guys are all probably like, I would love to be able to spend $100 to make $4,000. But let's use that example. So we know that we need to do 30 transactions this year. We know that it costs us $100 to acquire a client. All we're going to do is multiply 30 times 100. And that's going to give us a $3,000 marketing budget. So we know that on a monthly basis, we just have to spend a couple of $100 to achieve our goal. So I want to ask you, do you in your current situation have the ability to spend $200 to $300 to make 6 figures in your first 12 months or in the next 12 months? The cost of acquisition business model is going to help you really understand your numbers, really understand where you're at now and where you're going to go. And you're probably thinking, how on earth could I get my cost of acquisition down to $100? And that's actually really simply done. A lot of the real estate agents that we work with specialize in marketing their business with Facebook. And we've been able to help people get their cost of acquisition down even as low as $21. We have a wonderful agent that we work with in Florida. She sells a home for every $21 she spends in Facebook ads. And this is amazing. And she's not the only one either. There's people all over the country that are leveraging Facebook or social media as a platform and generating massive amounts of business. So Now that you understand the cost of acquisition business model and you understand what your numbers need to be over the next 12 months, I want to help you understand how you can start right now, even if all you had is $100. What you can do, and again, follow very closely. You can take the $100 that you have and you can invest that into Facebook marketing. And what we know is that for every $100 we spend, based on the model that we just created, we're going to be able to sell a property. Now from that $4,000 commission check that we're going to get, what you need to do is you need to reinvest 20% of that back into your business. So we know that we got a $4,000 check from investing $100 in Facebook ads. Now what we're going to do by reinvesting 20% is we're going to reinvest $800 back into our business. Now, what do we know about that $800? We know that for every $100 we spend, we get to sell a property. So by reinvesting $800 back in your marketing, you're lining up 8 new deals. Do you see how this can really snowball out of control really fast? Look, guys, it doesn't take 2 to 3 years to build a successful real estate business. It takes a couple of months. It's just all about staying disciplined to your business models and staying disciplined to the finances and very simply understanding how you can actually sell a home for every $100 you spend. So, if you would like to understand how you could do that using Facebook, I want to invite you to click below this, book a call with us, book a call with a couple of our coaches. And we want to jump in and we want to explain exactly how the cost of acquisition business model works and exactly how you can leverage social media, how you can leverage these platforms to sell a home for every $100 you spend in your market. If you want these types of results in your business, do not wait. Click below right now. Book a call and let's show you how to get this in place immediately so you can build the company you've always wanted over the next couple of months, so that number that you just wrote down on your piece of paper, your goals can be achieved over the next year. I cannot wait to talk to you, and I thank you very much.